Yo, Jets Nation, what is good? We got some breaking Jets news. We finally get a new signing. Mecole Hardman is your newest New York Jet on a one-year deal. The speedy 25-year-old is being added to the wide receiver room that includes a lot of people right now. Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Allen Lazard, still Corey Davis is there, and Denzel Mims. Now add Mecole Hardman to this list. You can kind of say that he's the replacement of Braxton Berrios, that wide receiver 4-5 role, who could also be a guy to potentially return kicks and punts. I'm not saying he's definitely going to be the starter at the special team spot, but he definitely be one of those guys in the rotation there. But he is a big-time speedy threat that's going to be added to this offense. Now, this isn't one of those moves that's going to take the top off this offense, but what it does is it adds speed. This is a guy, when the ball's in his hands, he can take it to the house at any means necessary. He's been part of one of the best, if not the best, offense in the last couple of years with the Kansas City Chiefs, with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Joe Douglas, he's obsessed with speed, and that's what this signing is all about. It came out of nowhere because we all were assuming that we're going to either sign, OBJ potentially, or are we going to get rid of Corey Davis? He's still on the roster. I'm still assuming that Corey Davis is going to be included in that deal for Aaron Rodgers whenever that deal does get done. But let me know your guys' thoughts right now in the live chat, or you're watching on replay. How do you feel the New York Jets go out there and get a speedy wide receiver who is 25 years old, who is an upgrade over Braxton Berrios, if you really want to be honest about it? Last year, he had 25 catches for 297 yards and 4 touchdowns. In 2021, he had 59 catches, 693 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the year prior to that, 560 yards and 4 touchdowns. And his first year with the Chiefs in 2019, 26 catches, 538 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So he's one of those receivers that just felt like he was always making plays for the Chiefs, and now he's added to a deep, and I mean deep, receiver room for the New York Jets. Let's get it going, baby. I like this move. I absolutely love this move. Let's see if there's going to be some jet sweeps involved, because that's really his specialties. If you get Hardman with the ball in his hand, with space on the edge or in the middle of the field, he is a burner. Like, go look up his highlights. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he is a damn burner. So welcome to the New York Jets, Mecole Hardman. Again, he will be replacing that Braxton Berrios wide receiver 4-5 backup slot hinge special teams player. And I can say that I think that this is an upgrade over Berrios, because Berrios, what he was good at was being reliable on third down here and there, being that gadget guy, right? That's where he's become the replacement, because Berrios was that gadget guy with the jet sweeps, with the motions, getting those handoffs. Well, now add Hardman, who's faster than Braxton Berrios, and I think that he has more ability to make people miss in the open space, juke people out of the shoes, truck people. He just has a bigger body, and I like this move. I absolutely love this move from the New York Jets. They continuously add more weapons for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I'm saying Aaron Rodgers because he's coming to the New York Jets. We don't know when, but he's coming, baby. He is coming. Let me know your guys' thoughts right now in the live chat or in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoy the stream and you're happy about this move, do me a gigantic favor. Hit that like button for your boy. We're greatly, greatly appreciate you guys tuning in to another Jets Media live stream. This is a lot of fun that we just went out there and got a new player. I don't think anybody had Mecole Hardman on their radar, because we're looking at a center. We need a center right now. And we need an outside linebacker because Quan Alexander's still unsigned. And obviously, we're all looking at that Aaron Rodgers situation, and no one really thought. I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. was someone that some Jets fans are keeping an eye on, just because there's reports saying that OBJ and the Jets, there is some interest there, and we'll see if that still happens. But I don't know if this is taking the Jets out of the OBJ sweepstakes or this increases their odds. I'm not too sure, because we know that Corey Davis is most likely gone. The Jets can save up to $10 million by cutting him, and they have not cut him, which tells me that he's going to be included in that deal for Aaron Rodgers. So if you take Corey Davis out of the equation, the New York Jets are rolling with Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard, Elijah Moore, Mecole Hardman, and Denzel Mims as our 5 receivers. I don't think OBJ is coming to the New York Jets. I really don't. This deal proves that, because you cannot afford getting OBJ and then have a 6 receiver. That means you'd have to trade either Mims or someone else. Don't see that happening, man. I think that this is a good move. It's cheap. I'm not sure if I don't know the deal yet. In the chat, you guys know if they announced the compensation yet? I'm not sure. All we see is a 1-year deal. Hey, man, I love this move. 25 years old. He's young, fast, gadget guy. He'll give you a nice season of 350 to 500 yards, I'd say, with a couple touchdowns. I like this move. 1 year up to $6.5 million. Well, thank you for that, because I'm on Twitter looking for the deal, and I don't know. Where'd you guys see the source for that news? Because I cannot see where. I'm looking for. Is it Tom Pelissero? I mean, he broke the news, but he didn't give the incentives. I just want to see for myself. I mean, I trust you guys. I'm not Tom Pelissero. Oh, here it is. Ian Rappaport. It's a 1-year deal with a chance to make $6.5 million. All right. So that's a really good deal for the New York Jets. I kind of wish it was a 2-year deal, low key. But it is what it is. You can't complain. And it's up to $6.5 million. I love this deal for a lot of reasons. We needed to replace Braxton Berrios with someone with speed. And that's exactly what we did, because Mecole Hardman is a guy where everyone watched Chiefs games for the past 4 years because they're always on primetime games. They're everywhere, right? They go to the AFC Championship 4 or 5 straight seasons. They just won the Super Bowl. So we all have a familiarity with the Kansas City Chiefs just naturally, because if you're a football fan, you usually watch primetime games and you watch a lot of Chiefs games. And Hardman makes a lot of plays for them. And the cool thing about the Chiefs offense has always been that, like, they never had, obviously they had Tyreek Hill, but last year I'm speaking more about it. Their number one target is Travis Kelce, but they always had just like a plethora of talent at the receiver room. No one that's like great, but they had Juju last year. They had Hardman last year. They had these guys that are just gadget, speedy weapons that Mahomes just finds. And you add Aaron Rodgers with the Mecole Hardman, who's a burner. He's someone that can really add a speed element to this offense that we didn't really have as much last year, right? The speed, Garrett Wilson, he's a speed threat, but he's more about that twitchiness, the route running, the spectacular catches, the yak ability, and he does definitely have speed. But what Hardman brings is a ability where you give him the ball, he can literally go 80 yards to the end zone if he has the space to do it. That's how fast he is. This guy is fast. And we also need depth at the position, guys. So we want this Jets football team to be 5 or 6 deep at the receiver room, because unfortunately injuries happen. And we also want to have a steady fluctuation of a rotation at the wide receiver spot as well. I'm loving the way this receiver room. I will have to say, I think this takes us out of the OBJ hunt, because now there's no room for Odell Beckham Jr. unless we trade away somebody else on the roster. And I'm already assuming Corey Davis is gone. So I love it. I love it. Don't forget, he is also a special teams threat, kick returner, and punt returner. And we know that Braxton Berrios, that's what his role was for the New York Jets. I absolutely love this move on a 1-year cheap $6.5 million deal. I'm curious if there's going to be more moves to be made in the next couple of days. I think we can all agree that the Aaron Rodgers situation is definitely going to take a little bit in time I don't know when it's going to happen, guys. We have a long time to talk about that. All right. We got a while to talk about the Aaron Rodgers situation. It's dragging on. I get it. We're all tired of talking about that, right? We're all tired of talking about that. I see some people bringing up Elijah Moore, saying he's gone for sure. I do not think that this means Elijah Moore is gone. I don't know where that hypothetical is coming from. You give Corey Davis up in the trade for Aaron Rodgers, hypothetically, then the 5 wide receivers we got on the roster are great. Why do we want to trade Elijah Moore all of a sudden? What's going on here? Garrett Wilson starting. Allen Lazard starting. Elijah Moore starting in the slot. There's room for him. Denzel Mims, Mecole Hardman. That's your 5 receivers. That's awesome. Why does this mean Elijah Moore's gone to some of you guys? He ain't going nowhere. He's still literally, I can argue he's the second best receiver on this team. You can say second, third. He hasn't proved it yet like what Allen Lazard did last year, but I still believe that Elijah Moore is going to really be a good player for this Jets offense with new coaching and a better quarterback. Am I right? Again, I think the odd man out of all the receivers that's currently on the Jets roster is still Corey Davis. That's my point, man. I'm hyped up about this move. You should be hyped up about this move. If you are hyped up about it, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. I'm 100. Let's get going. So unfortunately, I have somewhere to be at 3 o'clock. So I'm not going to be able to be live for long. Otherwise, I would be live for an extended period of time with you guys to celebrate this news and really go deeper into it. But I wanted to go live for like 10 minutes to give you guys my overall thoughts of the breaking news. We're going to be making content on this signing all throughout the night and into tomorrow. We might do a couple live streams in between as well. So stay tuned for that. I want to say thank you all for tuning into Jets Media. And when the stream is all wrapped up, guys, do me a favor, comment down below in the comment section your reaction. Do you think this is a good move for the New York Jets? Do you think it was a mistake? Year, $6.5 million deal. I think it's a no-brainer for the New York Jets. Let's freaking go. I'm pumped up about this deal, bro. I really am. He is a speedy threat added to the Nathaniel Hackett-led offense. Let's go, baby. I'll catch you guys later, and let's go, Jets. Peace out.